Hello again, everyone. This is Kayla from Soul Deep Success. And whether you've been working from home for a while or you're new to working from home, today I have some tips for you on how to make that process easier and how to make working from home work for you. So, one of the first things that I'd like to talk about, some of these tips may be common sense, but hopefully some of these things help you learn to navigate working from home a little bit better. But when you're working from home, it can be really helpful to have a separate dedicated space, either in another room or a specific designated area in your home that is your workspace. It's nice not to have to pack everything up and move it off of a table at the end of the day. And it's also nice to have an area of your home where you can kind of get into your work mindset while you're there and then leave work in that area when you're done. When you work from home, it's even harder to have boundaries around work time and personal time than it is when you work somewhere else. So it's very important to establish those boundaries of time and space and emotions. And one of the things that helps you establish those boundaries around work time and personal time is to create a set schedule. Depending on how you're working from home and what you're doing, you may have a set work schedule that you're following as you would in the office. But if you are determining your own schedule, I invite you to create set blocks of time for specific tasks. Maybe you have a designated amount of time each day for checking emails and catching up on administrative tasks. Maybe you have a different block of time for working on new projects or brainstorming new ideas. Having these set, consistent blocks of time for specific tasks will allow you to get more done and will allow you to stay on task and to feel like you can leave work at the end of the day rather than burning the midnight oil. And you know that tasks that you're working on will fill whatever length of time you give them. So I encourage you to set specific time parameters for specific types of tasks to encourage you to finish those things in that period and not have them leak out into other areas of your workday or your life. Now, another thing that's really important for work at home and work in general is to take regular breaks. Make sure that you are stretching and moving around. If you're working from home, you're probably sitting for large chunks of the day. So spending time standing, walking around, doing some sort of movement helps you to feel less stiff and sore at the end of the day, helps keep the blood moving. And I also encourage you to keep up your liquid intake as well throughout the day. And one thing that has helped me throughout my work day is to prep meals and snacks ahead of time, especially snacks, because then I know exactly what I'm going to grab when I need something quick and easy to eat, and I'm grabbing things that I want to be eating rather than things that are convenient. So putting some thought into that at the beginning of your week or the beginning of your day can make a big difference. And another thing that I find when working from home is that having that structure of the workday has actually allowed me to have a bit more structure in the rest of my day and in other areas of my life. So if you are able to structure out a schedule for yourself in how you're going to put your personal life, your hobbies, your activities, and even things like chores and responsibilities around the time that you're working from home, this can help you accomplish things more quickly and easily, and it can help you stay on top of all of your responsibilities. So, for example, deciding what you're going to do in the morning before work, things that you might fit in on your lunch break or other breaks, and how you're going to devote your time in the evening after work. So you may decide that you want some structure or some sort of schedule around which chores or responsibilities you do on which days of the week. If you distribute them out over the week, maybe they won't feel as big or as overwhelming. Or maybe you're the type of person who wants to devote 1 or 2 evenings a week or part of your weekend towards getting some of these things done so you can get them done in one chunk. Taking the time to figure out what's going to work best for you to stay on top of your routine responsibilities can really take some of the pressure off and make sure that you get these things done more smoothly. And another thing that I like to structure around my working from home time is when I'm going to fit in more of the fun things and the hobbies and activities that I want to do. And I find that sometimes at the end of a long workday, especially working from home, it can really be hard to unplug from that work and get into your relaxation mode. And it's very easy to either work overtime or keep those emails or your computer up in the evening while you're doing other things so that you don't truly stop work for the day. Or it can also be easy to put the TV or Netflix on and sit on the couch and realize that that's all you've done with your evening. So if you are looking to both make sure that you unplug from work in a timely manner and make sure that you do more than sit on the couch and watch TV in the evening, something that I suggest would be to come up with a little bit of a schedule of what hobbies or activities you want to do on what night of the week. So for example, you could have an evening a week where you take an hour or two to do some art, if that's something that you're interested in, painting or drawing or something like that. Maybe you have another night of the week that you make sure that you get outside and take a walk. Maybe you have another night of the week that you devote to phone calls or video calls with family or friends. For these sorts of personal activities, you don't have to have a rigid, structured schedule. But having ideas of other things that you could do in the evening and having things prepared and put in place to do those activities will make you more likely to follow through and actually do them. And then you can feel like you've done something interesting and fun with your evening. I hope that if you're working from home, some of these tips help you. And even if you're not working from home, there are lots of things that you can take away from this and put into place in your life as well. If you have any questions about anything in this video, please reach out to me. I would love to hear from you. And otherwise, I will see you again soon.